Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Let me see if this microphone is connected properly. Let me know if you can hear me good. See if this is better or this is better. Just this better sound or the other one was better. So either way, hope you're all doing well. A sip of tea, and we are ready to go. So if you got something on your mind, shoot. Now, or maybe I should see if you guys have already sent some messages. There we go. So we go. I'm on here. Um, Solid supporter always is here. Aman says, whenever I have a heartbreak, Meran comes with a live. Okay. 20 mail India. Thank you for that. Aman says, so I told you I like a girl. She says she close to two guys, me and another one. Yeah, I remember. We talked about this. And I think she have feeling for another one cause I'm a nice guy and can't make her like me. Okay. So anyways, I think we discussed this before. We already handled it. In other words, I gave you my shit already on that note. Anyways, she dated me too and kind of likes me too. All right. She's a player, isn't she? I want to tell her, but my libido after inferiority complex went heavily down. Who cares? You're focusing on what libido does. I want you to focus on what you want to do, and the libido will follow you. You're not the libido. Libido works for you. So don't keep waiting for libido to come, then you follow. No, you follow, you go, libido will follow you. And Aman says, I feel like I can never talk to her in manly manners. What's a manly manner? Hello, how are you? I am interested in you. What's manly manner? Manly manner is you. However you are, that's manly manner. However I am, that's manly manner. However whoever is, that's manly manner. Don't make these assumptions that manly manner would be what? How do you do? My name is Bond, James Bond. What the hell is wrong with you? You're too focused on all this bullshit. You like a girl, she knows you, you think she likes you, ask her out. That's it. You don't have to tell her, I love you, I like you, I think you're the greatest. You do all these things, she just goes away. Why? Girls don't all have this kind of a um, confidence that you think they have. They just look pretty, and you're designed to find them attractive, and you're gravitating toward them, you desire them, and that's what makes them so powerful. Otherwise, they're not the ones who are actually showing some special, amazing expertise of some kind or wisdom that attracts you. No, you're attracted by girl just because she showed up. Not because she has anything special about her, just because she showed up. That is not a credit to her. That's the way we are programmed. A heterosexual male likes girls. So you see a girl, you like her. Now you think, oh, she's the best of every other. No, you will like every other girl too if you find them attractive. So stop that analyzing this so much. She calls me unmanly because I don't go to gym or drive alone or haven't had any sexual partner in the past. Then you leave that idiot and go to another girl. If that girl at this age is talking like this, she's been around the block a few times. So at this age, well, then you got to find someone who actually appreciates you. Otherwise, you're hung up on someone who puts you down, and that is not a balanced, normal person who means well and it's got good heart. It's someone who wants to play people against each other to gain something. And we've got enough of those people around the world in different classes and different echelons of life. Some of them are leaders of a nation who are actually abusing people by setting them against each other. And to the other level, some of them are executives in corporations, employers, teachers, all other kind of people. And some of them are this kind of individuals who put other boys against each other, compare them all the time, puts them on the head, demeans them in order to gain some kind of an echelon. Don't pay attention to that. Move on and find someone who's got decent heart, decent behavior, and a balanced, positive nature. All right. You know, Aman, it doesn't piss me off that you haven't found a girlfriend or anything. It'll be found no matter what you do. Eventually, it'll be found. What pisses me off is that you're so hung up with all these bullshits that they feed you, and you get so affected by these nonsense, and you let these girls control you to the point that you actually believe their nonsense. Every boy, every man has his own character. Some have a different demeaning, some have a different posture, some have a different one. It's not less manly, more manly. Don't listen to these garbage. Just find someone you can find compatibility on consciousness level and is a positive influence in your life. The rest of it, garbage. Don't pay attention to. All right. Avatar says, hi, Miran, 39 male UK. Says, my question is, when did you first make your first YouTube video and what made you come to social media? I have seen videos from you as far as back as 2015. The first video I think I made was 2012. And I thought, there are ways that people should learn to treat their exes. I thought there are positive ways that they should interact with their exes in front of the children, especially. I thought it would be important to create a positive environment, even though after divorce or separation, so the children would be able to still grow up in a positive environment, loving environment. And I thought these would be things to share because these were the things that I employed in my life. And I thought it is very important to make sure to remain a good father, regardless if you're still together with your wife or not, especially if you're separating or divorcing, not to relinquish the duty and the love that you have for your children, and make sure you're participating fully in their lives, in their upbringing, sharing quality time, and just being friend with your children from childhood. And instead of just being a father, become an older brother and a father to your child. Play with them, share with them, listen to them, talk about things that is of interest or challenge to them, do homework with them, do sports and activities with them, travel with them, love them, show them you care, protect them, let them feel that just because mom and dad are not together, it doesn't mean that any of them love him or her less, or he is expected or she is expected to love any of the parents less, and bring about an environment that the child would not really feel it as much as y- they could feel if you have nothing to do with it, about the fact that mom and dad are not together, and that's going to create certain kind of a vacuum in their life. And even though you guys are separated, you should not allow that vacuum to be felt as much as it would be if you don't make an effort. So all these things were the kindling of my interest. And then, of course, my son was breaking up with his girlfriend, and we were talking about the subject. And he turned around and says, "Dad, the stuff that you're saying really makes sense and really helpful." So I thought there must be lots of other young men around the world that could use such discussions. And this channel was originally made for young men, young boys, and to solve their challenges or help with their challenges. And little by little, many ladies said, listen, we like the stuff you say on your channel too. Talk to us too. We want you to talk to us too. These are applicable to lots of things that we go through as well. So bit by bit, it became a universal challenge. I mean, universal channel in regards to the topic rather than which particular gender. So we're talking about the topics of importance in relationships, in breakups, how it makes one feel, how to move forward, how to deal with the challenges, the way you feel, you act and react to the happening of that event. We talk about thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, ego, because without understanding these things, it would be difficult to understand why you feel the way you do after a breakup. And then we moved on to share the understanding and knowledge about the movement of the psyche, which again, I had to research further in addition to what I had researched in my days of university as far as mind and body coordination, relationship between mind and the body, and meditation, and power of mind and its power over the body, and its ability to affect the body, and so on. And then all these research went further and further beyond the philosophical point of views into neuroscience and learning about different ways that the modern science is cooperating and proving the old philosophical point of views that were debated at one time, constantly not having enough scientific information, repeating it until the modern science caught up and actually proved that all these um, philosophical point of views about the psyche and so on were actually very accurate. And then I was able to combine all of these, including understanding of movement of the psyche, including mind and body coordination, including the power of mind and its effect on the body, including all the feelings and emotions and thought process and the order in life and so on and so forth, to be able to deliver it in such a way that people can understand and they don't have to go through all the thousands and thousands of hours that I researched and I contemplated and I pondered to analyze and figure out what I had conjured up, what I had come up to, what I had learned and studied and researched. And so it is a concoction which has got less of a need for preparation, and it's pretty much half digested. That's why some of the videos, or most of them, are pretty easy to understand, while the topic could be very sophisticated. So I hope that answers your question as much as we could do in such a short time. Avatar says you always show great energy and enthusiasm in all your videos. You're a saint. Well, thank you very much. I'm delighted that you enjoy the channel. I appreciate your kind words, and thank you for your enjoying and supporting the channel. Dosti, oh, Ash says, I wish I could join you in the video. Mehran, Mehran offer a seasoning of advice alongside yours. Oh, I see. Okay. Um, Dosti says, male 21 Holland. HOCD topic. He says, I have a loss of attraction. It's weird because I feel I disgusted by the idea to see a woman in their genitals, and when I'm watching some photo of woman in their genitals, I feel sick. Well, some people may feel sick when they're on a boat in the ocean, but that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the boat ride. There's anything wrong with the ocean, and that ocean is not beautiful, is not abundance with nutritional values and amazing sceneries and excitement and so on. So it's a temporary. You'll get used to it, and then you um, become wise enough to appreciate it, love it, worship it. So don't be scared of these momentarily dysfunctions, or rather challenges or disorders that is stemmed from thoughts, stemmed from um, malfunction of the signaling system of the brain. Nothing wrong with you, and these are subsets of OCD, and OCD is a disorder that is all thought based and anxiety based, fear based, and therefore by becoming knowledgeable about this whole process of OCD and OCD subsets such as HOCD and whatnot, you learn that this is not about you, it's about the brain's thoughts, which you have somehow been duped to think brain is you, therefore what it conjures up is also pertaining you, and you become affected and you believe what it says it should have anything to do with you, while it's all irrelevant to you. Brain is not you, you're not the brain, and the thoughts that affect you and eventually have that effect on your body to the point that you say this is how you feel when you see one of the most beautiful sights in this world, a woman, and then you say that these sort of things. So that all because of this malfunction in the signaling system of the brain. And by education, you'll be able to rewire your brain and help it to get back to how its default programming has been for you. Different people have different programming, but how this used to be always for you, it is a malfunction that is not the same as it always was. Now you got to help it to regain its balance as it was and it's always been its default programming. So don't be affected by all these stressful ideas and suggestions that is not in line with your values. You just educate yourself and help the brain as you are above the brain. Brain is not you and cannot reach you. Therefore, you need to help it like the teacher, like the boss that you are. Help this organ of you that is malfunctioning to rewire itself and regain its default programming and come back to behave as it's expected. And when it misbehaves, you won't freak again because you've been knowledgeable now, educated. You know that it's a malfunction, what it is, and how to help it to regain its balance again. Abhi says, hello, 26, male now in Canada. Abhi. I think you did say that, no? Well, welcome. I'm sure I welcomed you before, but I hope you're doing well and enjoying your stay. And thank you for asking, Epi. I'm okay. Um, Ash says, I wish I could join in the video, Marin, and offers. We did that. Alongside yours, your advice can be the meat and potatoes. Mine will be gravy. Okay. Um, Happy says, I've seen you after a while and you look fitter. Yeah, actually, I am fitter. I started a new regimen about 20 days ago. I stopped eating meat and I only eat beans and vegetables. Um, I have my shake or egg white with vegetables in the morning, then nothing, maybe some fruits here and there. Then I go for a long walk, about 8 kilometers a day. 2 kilometers, about 40-degree uphill, real severe uphill, to the point that I pant to get up there. But then I go to the gym. So a combination of diet and the exercise and cardio and gym. I've lost 9 pounds in about 20 days. So I'm hoping to continue that to bring the cholesterol level to the normal level without any medication. That's my motivation. And Ash says 2012 was your first video. Congratulations on hitting 10 years, brother. That's one viewer for every year. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly looks like it. We only have like what? After 10 years. I mean, people have opened up the channel and in about 2 years, they've got like 200, 300,000 subscribers. We have broken the record. We are 10, 11 years now when we are only 20, 25,000. I don't think anybody can do that. We are special in what we do. Very specialized. Aman says, I crave getting laid. That's why I become girls' slave, thinking I'm getting closer if I try to fulfill her yeah, that's the problem. When you go into a friendship with a girl with a certain hidden agenda, you're focused only on that. I know that's the backdrop of every man's plans when they want to, or motivation when they want to meet a girl and that they like. Obviously, naturally, by their programming, they would like to be intimate at some point. But if you have that in forefront of your mind, when you even just right at the outset meet a girl that you like, it becomes a little problem. It shows you become desperate and they'll see it. And whenever you're trying to sell something so available, so cheap, like imagine, try this, get a watch or something of value and go try to push it to people. Hey, I've got a good watch. You want it? I'm sure you want to watch. People will shy away no matter how reasonable the price is and how good quality the watch is or whatever it is that you sell. You're overselling by being so available that it just kind of makes the girl, especially girls, are not so open to all these forward advances. They would like a little bit of a sophistication, a little bit of a manners and gentlemanliness combination with boldness at the right time and so on, and you will feel how it is and how much of it is accepted or appreciated. But when you are so available and so eager, willing to do everything back and forth, and flip over and back, they'll just feel like you're too cheap to offer the valuable commodity that they have to allow you to get closer in that relationship. So you need to pace yourself and not be too desperate. Anywhere you go, if you show too much interest in what it is that you want to buy or acquire or enjoy or whatever it is, the arrangement, the price will go up. Try this. You go in front of a, I don't know, a vendor in the street that sells some food, and just look, and the person says, "Would you like to have some?" Say, "I don't know, I'm not so sure." "How much is it?" And then you'll get a decent price. But if you go in front and say, "Oh, I'm so hungry, I'm dying, I'll pay anything for any," then you ask him how much it is. Suddenly, the price is doubled without you even know what the original price was. Same thing. You become so desperate in front of the girls that they feel it, and then they play with you. They string you along to make themselves feel confident always because they know you love them, you like them, you do things for them. So they go with this confidence toward another guy. So they use that confidence to manipulate this other guy, whoever it is, because you already give them that attention. So they're not hungry when they go and interact with another guy because you already filled their, ego. So they will use that, but and they keep you around to make themselves feel good, not that they're interested in you. But when you don't show so much interest, their attention would be, how can I get this guy be interested in me? And you will be balanced rather than throwing yourself at their feet, and they would run away. So if you balance it, you will have a cordial relationship, understanding, and mutual interest, and it will be based on bonding on consciousness level, things that you guys have in common, rather than you only thinking about, "Oh, I want to have sex with her." They'll feel it too, and they wouldn't like it. You got to be respectful. You got to be friendly. You got to find things in common naturally, not to try to find what she likes. So I will also see that's what I like. These are all pretensions, and they can feel it. They're not stupid. You got to be honest with them at the same time. You're a boy. You're interested in any girl that you see, but they're not interested in any guy that they see. So you got to kind of be a bit reserved and understand them, see what it is that they like, what it is that they like to talk about. And if you don't like to talk about it, or you don't like to be involved in what it is that interests them, don't be. Say, "No, I'm not interested in that." But if you're always agreeable, that means you're just a doormat, and they will feel it. And they don't like, girls don't like doormats. You don't have to be rude and obnoxious, but you don't have to be doormat either. So say what you want properly, diplomatically, but don't be so agreeable to everything that you are not interested in. And they will feel that there is a structure here, there's a backbone, rather than it's just, whatever they say you do. Anyhow, these are things that you got to consider and come up with a way that it would be both comfortable for you and interesting to them. Ash says, "Mary, my girlfriend Christy, also knows as Squirrel Head, is sat across from me right now drinking a dark fruit cider with a grumpy face. Could you say hi to her and tell her to chart to shut the fuck up?" What's wrong with you? I can't tell your girlfriend to shut the fuck up. I don't even know her, and I can't be that, that way at all. I think Christy is wise enough to know what a good, deep person you are. That's why she chose you to be her boyfriend. Now, at this point, when you're fucking up a bit here about your attitude toward life, well, she might be upset about it because she cares about you. So you simply pay attention to your own balance and do the things that you need to do in life bring about that confidence in you and in her by the way that you're pulling your weight and that you're kind to her and to yourself. And she's probably suffering seeing you treat yourself the way you do. You have so much shit in your head that instead of leaving the shit and come out of the bathroom, wash your hands, and enjoy the living, instead you seem to be into yourself too much, analyzing things too much, thinking through things too much, trying to prove to her by words rather than by action. And I think these are why she's got crossed face. So, uh, this is the same girl that you always talked so highly about. And this is the same girl who always was there for you and loved you at your worst time. So now you have the courtesy to be kind to yourself, respectful to yourself, and kind and respectful to her by taking better care of yourself and not letting shit constantly follow you around even when you're not in the bathroom. Meaning, every one of us have garbage in our heads. But if you carry this garbage in every conversation, in every situation, that's not the place. You take care of the garbage close to the garbage bin, and you do your thinking and fiddling around with it and throw it in the garbage bin and move on to the rest of your life and the rest of the rooms and venues of life, rather than keeping this garbage with you anywhere you go just because it happens to show up in your head. Therefore, everybody needs to know about it or everybody needs to be affected by it. No, neither you nor other people who are important to your life should be affected by these garbage that all of us could have in our heads from now and then. And eventually, you got to learn to let the garbage go in the garbage bin and you go on your merry way, clear from all these shits. Every once in a while, you may find time to deal with garbage, but not take the garbage with you. Say, this is not the time. I'll deal with it then. Right now, I'm with Christy. Right now, I'm doing this. Right now, I'm at my job. Right now, take a break from it. Everything has its own time. You cannot be watching a movie when you want to do math. You got to do the math, finish it, watch a movie. Watch a movie, finish it, do the math. Separate time. Same thing. You got shit and garbage in your head. Sit down, deal with it. Whether you get answer or not, we've talked about it, how to do it. You deal with it, and then you say, okay, now the time to deal with these kind of bullshit is over. I'll deal with it again tomorrow at the same time. But now I go and attend to Christy. I go and have fun with her. I go do other things because life still goes on. There are other things that I can pay attention to and enjoy. And then when the time comes again, I come back and stay an hour or half an hour with this kind of garbage and then see I get nowhere. Eventually, I should abandon dealing with garbage because that's garbage. It's not me. It's a separate thing. But you think garbage is you, so you have to deal with it. You don't have to. You just have to leave it behind and move forward and free Christy of this bullshit as well. Otherwise, just imagine if Christy was doing this all the time. Eventually, you would think, oh my goodness, maybe I should, have a, I don't know, confrontation or be sour-faced. So don't blame her. Blame yourself, but understand she's there for you. She hasn't lost kindness for you. You have lost kindness for you. You don't give a shit about yourself. You give a shit about the shit that is showing up here. That's the problem. Don't give importance to the shit that shows up here. Give importance to you and that you're the person that wants to keep the shit away from you, not keep entertaining it to give it housing and then, room and board. Tell her, that's it. I have no use for you. No soup for you. That's what she said. And you move on. All right. Hi, Christy. I gave him shit, so you don't have to. All right. Male 29, Ross Holmes. This is USA. So how can I get rid of the feelings that I need to be in a relationship to feel validated and complete? I'm almost 30 years old, feel like without a woman in my life talking to me daily, I'm not successful. If you feel that way, when you also find a girl, which you will find because you're so seemingly brought the bar so low that any woman now can come across into your field. And you will fall for one of them, just not because she's qualified, because you want, this is the condition you've created yourself. You want a woman at any cost. So you're going to settle for the shittiest one that the first one comes along, and you're going to be suffering. I'm saying to you, regardless of how much you want, do you think you're alone? Every one of us want an amazing woman in our lives. Everyone. But it's not in the cards, is it? They're not so available, these amazing ones. Elusive. So you still need to have criterias, balance, and you got to have checks and balances. See if your standards or your expectations are being met with this particular woman. Just because she's a female, it's not qualified to be in your life, because that beautiful body or that tender or feminine structure that you love, there is a computer that running it. That structure is not the intellect of that entity. What's up here can really make that entity do shitty things, talk shitty things, live shitty ways, and or make it classy, beautiful, wise, and what you're expecting. So you still got to be on your guard and have standards, expectations, principles to meet, and see if she qualifies or not. Otherwise, you're going to end up with some kind of a shithead that you say, I wish I'd never been, had the chance to meet her. So your completeness must be independent from woman. Not that if I have a girlfriend, then I feel complete. Then you're at the mercy of somebody else's lifestyle, mentality, way of thinking, which could be going to hell, and you will follow her because you think, oh, I need her to say you're a good guy. Even though she's going to hell on her way because she doesn't know better. Her destination looks like shithole anyhow. But I need that person who's headed for shithole tell me that I'm a good person so I feel good about myself. Guess what? That makes you shittier than the shithole that she's heading out to. So that was a tongue twist. So if you don't want to feel that way, then fulfill your life with accomplishments that you may be interested in accomplishing in this life, learning, producing, making money, projects, contributing to your community, to people that you like, bringing certain confidence level up by your own accomplishments, independent from other people, including woman or female relationship, influence in your life. Then once you have that completed feeling, accomplishment, then the energy and the motivation you have to finding a girlfriend would be totally different. You will find a better quality one, and you will not be bamboozled by any shithead that shows up just because she's got the high heels and she's dewed up. That means nothing. What's up here? And for that, you need to fix up here yourself, be confident about yourself. Then you can be a good judge to see if I'm interacting with is of any value to me or not. So, in other words, choose with this head, not the other one. I hope you understand what I mean. All right. Ash says, Marin, do you paraglide back down from the top of the hill? No, when I walk up, I'll just slowly follow down, and I usually have some kind of a fruit or water or juice to drink a little bit while I'm coming down. But the downhill, because it's so steep going up, it's actually not that great for the knees. That's why I got to go slow, because it's a kilometer and a half or kilometer going down just as I went up. But the good thing is that now I do it from sea level to that up, which is about a kilometer and a half in one shot. No breaks, no rest or something, which I used to do at the beginning. Yeah, I had to take a couple of minutes between the blocks. Aman, you know the answer to that question. I've answered it in live streams for you. I've answered it in videos. Just watch them. I can't keep going over it again and again. It just makes me pissed off that it looks like nothing makes a difference, like you're not listening. So that's why they're recorded. You can listen to those rather than me repeating it. I know you guys, some of you wants me to just specifically discuss it uh, of your situation, but I've already made all these topics clear. But as you all know, if you wish to talk to me one-on-one on Skype, you're able to do that. You go to my site, mindthatseekstruth.com, mindthatseekstruth.com. You can make an appointment for a Skype consultation, and then we'll explore what's concerning you one-on-one on Skype. And Astley Wedderburn says, "Hi, Miran. I have a question. Male 30, London." Thank you for that. "A woman asked me where I would take her out. I found out later she has a boyfriend. She told me she's feeling bored with her boyfriend. What shall I do? I don't want to be with a woman who is involved with someone else." Well, don't be. It's easy if you don't choose to be, then later on trying to deal with it or cut it off or whatnot. It's going to be difficult. And I understand it's very difficult when a girl gives you an opening, even though she's involved or in a relationship or something. It's very difficult to refuse, because we are all programmed to pursue women. We love women. We like the opportunity. We cherish them and value them. And the opportunity is like having become rich or hit the jackpot or win a lottery. That's how we boys think about when a girl wants to go out or shows interest to us. But you got to change that and understand that that needs to be qualified. If the pleasure that I get from going out with this woman outweighs the discomfort and the barriers that exist when someone is already in a relationship, and whatever else comes out of it, the problems and so on, challenges, and the fact that it's not going to go anywhere because she's already in a relationship anyhow. Either she got to leave that or leave this. Eventually, it's going to be a little bit cumbersome. So best would be right at the beginning, just don't do it, and say, well, I would love to take you out, but you're in a relationship and I don't think that would be proper. And secondly, think about it. If she's doing that while she's in a relationship with another guy, what stops her from doing it when she's in a relationship with you? What kind of a trust or principles she's showing? Unless she has already discussed it with her boyfriend and they've agreed to have this kind of a arrangement for both of them, which again, it's something that you got to decide if it's okay with you or not. But my suggestion to you is that there are lots of women available, and you just say, "I'm sorry, I don't think I can be fully committed in showing you what I can do or where I can take you or what kind of relationship or conversation or interaction I can have with you when you're already in a relationship." Take the high road, high morality is high road, and done with it. And put that question, and you feel really good when you actually end up doing the right thing. You may feel, oh shit, I just ruined the chance to be with a girl. But in the hindsight, you will say, I'm proud of you. That was a tough decision, and you came through. I can count on you now. You're strengthening yourself with certain principles and certain things that will guide you better in life if you can endure the temptations of desire and make decisions correctly based on proper thinking and values and foresight for where it's going to end. Uh, Ash says, I've just used my admin powers and trimmed a clip of what you said about me and Christy. What do you mean? How could that be done? Explain to me what you mean. Massive respect to you, Meran. You're past 60 and climbing extremely inclined hills without stopping for a break. A lot of 18-year-olds, yeah, no, it's all about training. Well, something else. I went to a gun range yesterday with my son, and he had bought a bunch of new guns. And after 45 years, it was the first time I was shooting after the Army. 45 years later, first time shooting with the brand new gun I'd never shot before. And I shot 10 rounds, and they're all grouped in one place, but 11 o'clock instead of the center. And I couldn't understand why, because I was doing what I was supposed to do. Then I realized this is a brand new gun. I got to zero it first. So I calculated where it should be, because the gun is obviously hitting to top and left. I calculated now they were all grouped right in the center. So I tried to upload the picture for you guys here, but because it was from my cell phone, it doesn't actually load up here. But that means I still got it. So it's pretty impressive, actually. In the Army, I got 28 points out of possible 30, 300 meter with G3 rifles. And that was that was a thing to remember, because I got 24-hour leave because of that. And and yesterday, 45 years later, I said, wow, gee, pretty good. So it's all about, I guess, you don't forget things. So what I don't forget in sports is that I have to continue and train gradually to get where I want to get. And usually I do. Besides, I have a motivation to bring my cholesterol down. So my eating habits and exercise and so on. And last night at the gym, that was a hard workout. So I'm kind of enjoying sitting here and doing nothing today. Male 26. Royal Doyle. Oh my goodness, you haven't been around for a long time. Royal Doyle says male 26 from... Wait. MO, I remember I questioned that before. Was it Montreal? But it's Minnesota, is it? Missouri? Is it? I forgot. One of the two. Missouri or Minnesota? Missouri. So why is it hard to let go of a girl I liked who doesn't feel the same way? Why is it hard? Why is it hard when they take the plate of food that you like away from you? Because the taste of the palates that was tasteful still desires her. And it's because you still desire her, because you still have all those prerequisites for desire to be born recorded in your memory. And now that you're not with her, the order of your life, which means the things you used to do with her, is broken, and the mind finds security in the order of life. So you can't find the order of life in your actual day-to-day life. So you can't find security because the order is not there, because she's broken up with you, the routines is changed. So your mind, in order to find the security, goes to the memory. When it's in the memory, the order of life, how it used to be, is recorded there. So the mind finds security in the recording of the order, that it cannot tell the difference if it's a recording or actuality. So it thinks it's actuality because the mind itself is in virtuality. So it enjoys that security that it gets from remembering how the things were between you and her. And while it's doing that, she's there in that memory as well. When she's there, it triggers the prerequisite file that needs to be fulfilled before desire takes place. That fulfillment of all those prerequisites is also, when it was originally fulfilled, is also recorded in the memory. And when you see her in the memory, this file is triggered open, and it seems to the brain that the prerequisites necessary for desire for this woman to be born is completed again. And it can't tell that it's a memory. It just thinks, oh, it's ready. So then it triggers the desire, and you desire it, and you won't forget it. So the key to this whole thing is that for you to create new routines in life, new interests, new friends, new things you want to accomplish, new things you want to learn, new habits, new things that you will fulfill your day, whatever it is. You create these new mechanical processes through which creates a new routine, through which creates a new order in life. Now you have an order, and the mind doesn't have to go into the memory to find the old order that was recorded there, because there is an order now in the actual life. It finds security here. It doesn't keep going back. It wouldn't see her. It wouldn't desire her. It wouldn't remember her that much, and it would be easier for it to start moving forward. Here it is. All right. I'm sorry. Did I just... No, I did. Byron Raymond says, male 28, California. So it's been 3 weeks since I broke it off with my girlfriend, and I'm developing this new feeling that she passed away, even though she didn't. It feels as if she's no longer in this world. I'm just looking for some words of encouragement. If you have any of that, the word of encouragement is that the whole world is now open to you. Before, your world was shrunk into her interaction with her. Now that she has left for whatever reason, didn't work out, your motivation would be there's far more opportunities out there. Just because you haven't met them, experienced them, doesn't mean it's not out there and she was the only opportunity in your life. No, it just means now the whole world is open. The sea is open. You can now paddle in every direction. You can find an island. You can find amazing goodies there. But you got to take the effort to move on forward, because the abundance is there. But if you don't move your ass to go towards them, they won't come towards you. So the motivation for this whole thing is that this is no longer in your way, for you to have the opportunity to explore further and see all the other abundance of blessings that are out there. So pretty much in a short sentence. Mango Media is here, 33, male, USA. Says, I just met a new girl. Congratulations. I am trying to learn from all my mistakes and taking it slow. Okay. How do you try not to love bomb? Just to know that if you love bomb, it will bomb. Simple as that. If you focus on that, then you won't, because you don't want to bomb it. So don't love bomb. It's detriment. Says, I want a healthy relationship. Okay, then you can be really, remember, as I said before, if you stand in front of a food vendor in the street and have your tongue out and try to pant that, I'm hungry, please, fast, hungry, I'm hungry, give me something, I don't care what it is, I pay anything, then the price goes up. But regardless of how hungry you are, just stand there patiently and try to behave as if you're making a selection. Let them sell it to you rather than you do the selling for them by constantly expressing your interest and your infatuation and your admiration for the food that is out there. Just a little bit is enough. But if you show too much interest, it won't be healthy. And they will get used to it and they will think you're not valuable because everything you're giving is readily available, it's free, you don't ask anything, you expect nothing. Therefore, they will not treat you with respect. All right. These are all short ways of me expressing a longer version of things that is available, but I'm sorry I cannot continue more than a few minutes for every question. But I'm sure you guys realize that I have a site, mindthatseekstruth.com, mindthatseekstruth.com, and you can go on it, make an appointment for Skype consultation, and we'll explore what's concerning you one-on-one on Skype. There's my site, and the ones who know how to use it, I've used it before, you can do the same. No, that was a special sniper rifle, Ash. I wish I could load the picture up here. I don't know if I can. It just doesn't let me. Hang on. Let me see if I can try this. Yeah, just doesn't. It's a different size, so I can't do it. Cannot do it. Sorry. So, Sensei Ogwe says, I had a Ukrainian girlfriend. She broke up with me. She was kind of emotional and tried to make me angry and jealous about the other guys. She expected me to be jealous. Yeah, well, that's some game you don't want to play. Ash says you earned doing nothing. Yeah, I think so. And Undead Studios says, male 16 USA says, I've been suffering from intrusive thoughts for months now. I've been through hell, but I'll take what everyone, including you, have told me to heart, and I'm not going to let my mind bother me. Good for you. I'm proud of you. You know that we've got hundreds and hundreds of discussions on the topic on my channel. Just go on my channel on search engine, put in HOCD, and you'll have hundreds of videos show up. And there are two major playlists that you can find them and then watch them it will explain everything to you. Other than that, you can always ask your parents to make an appointment with your psychologists and then see how they would help educate you in regard to that topic. And you can always ask them to make an appointment with me if you like, and then we will have a discussion on the topic in more detail, one-on-one on Skype. Okay, looks like we have answered all the questions as far as I can see. It's 1 hour and 4 minutes. I think it's time for me to mosey on out and go about other things. I think the first thing I want to do, I want to warm up my tea. All right. It looks to me that it's time for me to say I love you all. Thank you very much for being here, giving me the opportunity to share a thing or two with you. I look forward to our next live stream, perhaps later tonight, like 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Vancouver time, which could be about 10:30 in India, maybe about 5, 6 o'clock in UK. I think everybody was sleeping there. Something to that nature. And of course, maybe North Americans can also have a chat. But the Australians and Hong Kong and New Zealand and so on will be able to maybe tune in that time zone. So in the meantime, be good to yourself and to the others. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mind@seekstruth.com is making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon.